What's up, everybody? It's your favorite Mexican Purple Ace coming at you with another PvP commentary vid, a little One Piece versus Soldiers of Light action. This is actually PvP post DLC, home turf DLC's out. Gotta say, I do like it. Pretty good. Gonna get into that a little bit later, but just talking about the match PvP. I like what's going on. These new mods, I think they, the smarter you play, they open up a little bit of the damage, and it looks like we could be headed towards little quicker matches. This was actually our third match of the night against SOL. They're the only group really queuing. We try to get back to queuing tonight a little bit. I know PvP's been kind of a little slow post DLC, but that's expected. I mean, there's a lot of PvE stuff to do. I know for one, I actually kind of don't mind it, and anyone that knows me in game knows I'm probably the laziest PvEer there ever is. I mean, I'm terrible when it comes to it, but what we did this game, we just try to play smarter between everybody block breaking, especially Eminence and I, trying to get on the same page. We worked really well together. I thought our chemistry between the two of us was huge this game. Sam does a tremendous job of kiting, and also shouts out to Sam. I know hot stuff you need to back off on. You kind of lowered his numbers on his power out by sitting on him the whole time. But here you can see actually we got Cyclonic pretty early with I caught him with the block breaker right as M hit him with his combo, and then I did my combo while we had the immunities, and hit him with Photon. Produced a quick kill, minute and a half into the match. Something that really doesn't happen this much, but you can see from my perspective, even DPSing, I'm trying to mix up the block breakers. The numbers might not be as high, but in the end, it's all about kills, and you'll see as the match continues what I'm talking about. But DLC, the white mods, they're pretty nice. I know I'm personally right now in my PvP gear rocking and power channeling for the Photon. I believe deadly block for the extra precision on the blocks in case I'm focused, etc. I did get that steel neck, that DPS neck, and I put escalating might on it. Love it. Love what it's doing, speeding up PvP a little bit, especially with the precision one broken. And I think I got trying to think what else I have on my back. I think I might have breakout protection, the one that gives you defense on it. Again, just preparing for focus fire just in case. And I'm not sure what the other one is. I think that might be all of them. But it's good. I like them. I like where it's going. You can see here. I think we get Cyclonic again here pretty soon. I'm not sure when we do again, but you can see the block breakers are just there, between the two of us. And when Sam's like in focus, he's mixing them in. But Sam does a really good job. I know he said going in, when he got focused, he started off a little iffy, but he gets into a really, really good rhythm as far as what he needs to do the whole match. Power was tremendous. Everything was good. First time I've actually got to PvP with Sam in a while, just with work schedules and stuff like that. But DLC's pretty good. I like the steel missions. It's some stuff like that. The Ace Chemicals thing. Got to get into the collections. I'm still not that far into PvE, but definitely working there as far as trying to get some skill points. Anyone knows me, I'm kind of a low skill point guy on the on the totem pole of PvPers. I'm probably one of the lower skill point guys overall, but there was before the match with us and SOL, we decided not to run any of the new trinkets. You can see I'm not running a henchman, or you don't see any supply boxes drop, or no orbital strikes, freaking people calling in nukes and stuff like that. We don't really do that the whole game, but we get a little pattern here that works for us. The match, we get comfortable with what we're trying to accomplish. We sit on Cyclonic for a while, and it works. We are going to switch it up here in a bit, and you'll see we actually, the first two matches, we didn't mess around with him, and we actually choose to go after Soder, and it produces some pretty good kills for us. But and you can see Sam running across my screen right there, just getting ticked off because freaking hot stuff, just removing his POT, not letting him put up them big power out numbers that he was going for, but gets the job done. And PvP season still going on. The DLC kind of slowed. This is actually our season group, except we're missing everyone's favorite white girl, Pantless. She was off whenever she wasn't on. We formed the group, and she logged on after we were formed. But that's our troller for our group, and we have a big match this week with the Wolfpack from the replacements. I think we're both undefeated. I think we're gonna try to play Tuesday, so try to get that video out. Hopefully we get that W. but I'll try to get that video out, win or lose. Let everyone kind of see. I know I haven't really posted a season match just because I didn't play like our first match, and then one of our matches was a forfeit, and it hasn't really been anything. This will be our first test in season, so I'm kind of excited about that. But this was good for us as far as getting used to the new mods, seeing what loadouts were going to work, what things kind of, how we want to play. And there's some mods I want to try, and definitely controlling. I'm going to try to get used to it, but I definitely like it. Kind of the modding the necks is pretty cool. I like that, whether it's the power or the mod. I hope they fix the precision one. From what I hear, the precision white mod, I believe, doesn't actually work properly unless you hit like an 8 or 9 hit combo, which, I mean, come on, you're not going to get that in PvP. Rarely, as a DPS do you even get that in PvE, to be honest, with all the clipping going on, but it happens. So you can see course of the match, we kind of stayed with Cyclonic here. We stay with him just because we see the burst coming, but then I think we see some splash damage and we make a hard switch here pretty soon, but we won the first match against them, I think like 100-0. Second match, they did beat us. I will say, I'm going to blame it on Miner's mom. She was banging on the door, she just disturbed, and then Miner just, I don't know where he was at, but anyway, so you can see we actually hard switched Soder here, and it just works. A lot of people now, I think you're going to see people starting to go back after the healers with these new mods. I think they're going to get tempted to, and that's what we've always done, I think. And since I've been in One Piece, I think we've always had kind of the approach of, if you think you can win the immunity game, or if your healers are good and you think you can survive, why not go after healers? I mean, there's really no reason to. Not to, I guess. And so we went after Soder, and we saw what was happening. I mean, right here you can see he's not really blocking, and right there Eminence was trailing, so I kind of led to a cutoff right there and got a combo, and then we just get him against the wall. He dropped. I called Ace 1 just because I wanted to see what would happen at some point, getting on him, but then didn't work, so we go to Jabba here. And from here, the group, we're in our group, we're talking, we're like, man, we gotta go after Soder, look at him. So I'm looking at my my screen the whole time, looking at the radar, looking for him to drop, and you can see I got him locked right there. Catch him with an immunity and a gauze grenade, same thing here. And you can just see him just drop, instantly. That's what it's about, as far as, just having, I guess, map awareness, knowing when they're dropping down, looking for them. I was kind of floating-ish, especially now since I'm not being focus fired. And from there, we just go to Jabba. We got, about 7 minutes left in the match. And we just kind of switch to him, and then as soon as, Soder's back, boom, we're there. But you'll see the difference in him. You can tell he's a little shook, I think. A little rattled. And if you look, especially right here, just look at how long he holds block. Just boom, boom, boom. And then, and that's understandable, trying to pick up the immunities, but eventually it just doesn't work. We're going to time our block breakers. Obviously, he's going to be looking for immunities, but and I think he picks him up. I think eventually. I don't know. I'm not sure if we kill him again for a minute. We might actually switch someone else, but we're trying to alternate block breakers in. Good teamwork, and I think going back to kind of what these new mods do. You're looking at I'm running penetrating. That's the other one I was running on my chest, is penetrating strike. So I'm trying to do as much damage as I can as far as burst. I know my numbers. I know, especially with all of us block breaking, and that was a good time supercharged by him too, because we actually had him, but he pops in figure 8. As far as these new mods, they're helping. I think this, like I said, at the beginning of the video, the smarter you play, the more it goes. And for those who don't know, that shield is from your weapon, for one of the mods on your weapon, for like a little defense boost you get. It looks like Neural Neutralizer at the animation. Yeah, so Soder starts kiting us a little bit, gets his block game on, big ups to him. He does a pretty good job here. I think they've switched by now. I think they've switched to I think they stayed on Sam, yeah. I think towards the end they'll switch to a healer, but they tried something different. Or they decided to stay on Sam. And it works for them, but we do a good job of handling the pressure, communication. Every video I make, I try to tell people that are out there PvPing, just communication at the end of the day is where it's at. You know, it doesn't matter. Just you try to keep your composure as much as possible. There's some, there's ups, there's downs, but you got to communicate. You know, Sam does I like it. Sam does a really, really good job of managing the supers, which sometimes I do, regardless of if I'm DPSing or controlling. But Sam's as experienced as anyone out there as far as PvP goes, and he does a pretty good job of managing. And of course it also comes down to Eminence and I. From DPS and controller standpoints, from tanking and DPS standpoints, letting him know, hey, this is where we're at, percentage, etc. Well, I'm almost rocking full, or such and such. But you can see we go back to Cyclonic here, pick up a good kill. It was a beautiful hard switch, I think, on our part. We actually hard switch a lot this match, which is rare, but it's good to see that with the new mods, it's actually viable. You can see they're chasing Triggs here, but and Soda isn't allowed to block break pretty much because we're on him, but. It's good to see that. I mean, it's good to see that there's that option for multiple hard switches through the course of a game and a little more adaptation. And I think for us this game it worked really well. We were in communication. We hard switched a lot. You'll see us hard switch a lot this game. Soda, whether it's Soda or Java, we'll be back and forth. And gotta say I'm loving this little uninterruptible photon. It's not that different. To be honest, I was worried that it was going to be way too OP, and it's not. I mean, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. In layer battles, it is slightly OP, but in arenas, it's the same thing. Those kill shots, they happen, but I know there was one game, I think this night where we played, where we had a bunch of kill shots, and still, they would barely get healed through it, but that'd be it. You can't exactly spam it. So, which I kind of do, I get a little carried away with off and on with the spamming. But here we go back to Cyclonic. I think he gets away from me, and I lose line of sight on him, and I decide not to run around because, of course, I get dogged by Jabba. But these new mods are kind of. It seems like they might speed the course up of PvP. Hopefully allow for some more matches that speed up. I know this game I think ends up being like 300-0, which. Anyone that PvPs now know that's a high scoring game. So, but just final thoughts. The DLC Home Turf, love it, big fan of it. Hopefully, I don't get tired of it. I'm not really big into the decorating the lair yet, but who knows? I mean, I might even get into it, But for the most part, I definitely like these mods. I like what they're doing. I like the new missions, the new daily missions, a couple new feats to do. The lair stuff's pretty. The lair battles are tremendous. They're fun. I know Miner and I did one earlier, and of course I won, obviously, but it was really fun. And the first time actually fighting someone, really challenging in a lair, and I had a lot of fun with it. I mean, there's a lot of pets, etc., but really fun. DLC itself's fun. I'm excited to see what they're gonna bring. I know the rings from what I've seen. I've gotten some of the rings, but they don't have mods yet. So we'll see. I'm curious to see what the devs are going to do with those rings with the white mods. Are they going to try to bring them in balance with the Prometheum rings? Because the necks really they're already better, just because those white mods are better than the innates on the lockbox necks. But I'm curious to see what they're going to do with that. If they're going to try to make it OP, but getting into the final minute here, just shouts out to everyone. Still playing the game. I know I'm only on the weekends, or I'll get on at night, just because of work, real life. But shout out to everyone still playing the game. The season's still going on. Hopefully it maintains. I'm curious to see if it does. Shouts out to One Piece. All the crew, the groups, everyone that helped me get the PvE done right off the bat when I started playing again. I didn't actually download the DLC until Saturday, this past Saturday, and I played it and. Everyone, One Piece is always helping me out, got on, Eminence and Miner, Radio, all just gave me the breakdown, explained it thoroughly, helped Decap, helped me get set up, shout outs to them, and, shouts out to the group right now we ran with Eminence, Miner and Triggs and Sam, grouping up, us PvPing together for the first time in a while, had a blast. It's definitely good. And you can see we get Soda here. I don't know, Eminence hit him with something. I don't know. I hit him with Photon. I don't know what the hell Eminence hit him with. We almost get Java here at the end. Doesn't quite work. He gets a little block happy and catches us. But it was a good game, I thought we played really smart. We tried to get him with that double Photon. But we'll see what happens. We'll see how PvP keeps going. But hopefully I like the vid. Comment, subscribe. And hopefully, I'll upload the video, and hopefully we get that W against the Wolfpack on Tuesday. Upload it Tuesday night, regardless, and we'll see what happens. But let y'all look at the scorecard, and that's it for now. So until next time, bye-bye. Bye-bye now.